All right, so the next question has got a follow-up question. So I'm going to read both of them before trying to answer. This is a very elementary question, but quite honestly, it's the first time I've had this situation. I have a large law firm that has 7 locations across the U.S. Some locations have a simple name, law firm, and others have a full name listing all the partnerships. Example, name, law firm. If I change to a simplified name, law firm, will it screw up the other locations? Basically, I'm asking if changing the name will screw up the NAP. I should note that the simplified name was just created a few days ago. The more complex name has been in place for months, if not years. Yeah, it will. I mean, it will, because that's what it calls. It's called ambiguation, right? It will ambiguate the data, the NAP data, the consistency, and it can and most likely will. In my experience, it always does. It will, if you change the names and it's already, especially if they've been in place for any period of time and they've accrued citations, which are published, name, address, and phone number published on the web, whether it's includes a link or not, it doesn't matter. A citation is a citation is a citation. In other words, just publishing the name and address and phone number and website URL or any combination of those data points is called a citation. And those pages that's published on, if they're indexed in Google, then Google will count those as a mention, a brand mention. And so if you try to start messing with the name brand, or in this case, the business name or law firm name, and change them in the GMBs, then it's going to have a significant effect on what Google gives credit to that particular business for, if that makes sense. So, I don't recommend doing it. Or if you are going to do it, then I recommend, well, if it's a law firm, you probably got a fairly good budget. Then you can do it. And what I would recommend in that case is go to semanticmastery.com/Loganix, LOGANIX. If somebody wants to post that in the comments section, they have a really good citation cleanup service. It's the best one out there, in my opinion. And I've used a bunch of them, guys, even a lot of other vendors that a lot of you guys are familiar with. I've tried, and nobody does as good a job as Loganix does or Loganix, however you want to pronounce it, at cleaning up citations, especially if you've got a lot of them out there. It's expensive. It's $500 per location, but it's really good service. And if you've got some out there that have accrued a lot of citations over the months or years, then it's a big job. And I would recommend just having them do it. And they're about 70% successful with cleaning up citations. In other words, about 70% of the attempts that they make get accepted and changed. So that's what I would do if I were going to do it. Thank you, Adam. If I were going to change the name and you've got the budget for it, or you can get the budget for it, then I would absolutely recommend that you order the citation cleanup service immediately upon changing the names. And also make sure that your client is aware that they will see some dancing until everything gets cleaned up. There's just no way around it. Okay.
Yeah, and even if they don't have a ton of citations, you don't want to create ambiguity.
That's
trust
correct.
me, because I did it. I unwittingly in a project that I was working on. I created ambiguity in, I don't know, in a Google cache cycle of about 30 days. And to this day, I'm still fighting. It's been about 10 months, maybe a year. I'm still fighting because it starts creeping back up. The ambiguity starts creeping back up, and then you have to slap it. And it's really, really difficult to convince RankBrain that you meant the other thing, not the new thing, and you wanted to go back to the old thing where you started. And it's guys, you don't want to get into that. Trust me, it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. So hey,
go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to interject here for a second, because I think that if he's working with a law firm, it has nothing to do with what you guys are talking about, by the way. But if he's working with a law firm, grab a little bit of the budget that he's paying you and join the mastermind. Because if you enjoy what these guys are saying right now, and they will save you a ton of money and time, because we fuck up a lot and we share all of our stuff in the mastermind. So go ahead and join the mastermind if you think that what these guys are saying is powerful and it will save you time and save you money. Grab some of the money that this client is paying you and join the mastermind, and that will be one of the best investment that you have ever made in your in your business. You know, you will increase the value as a marketer exponentially for that client and any other client that you might have. So just wanted to say that.
So Hernan gets the prize now instead of Marco.
Also, can I come back next week?
That was a good pitch, man. That was a good
Yeah,
pitch.
thank you.
Appreciate that. So.